are. Going back here. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We've got Terry and Phyllis here with me live, both sporting some shorter dues here. Love it. I love it. I love it. I've got contacts in, you guys.
Woohoo!
Let me tell you about my eyes. They apparently improved in distance and not in close up. So of course I can't see when I have my glasses on because everything is wrong.
Right.
So I'm in new progressives right now with my contacts. My glasses will be here soon. And it's a little getting used to, I have to say, because it's been a minute. So, but it's okay. It is okay. So we are here and we are about to show you some big fun. Where's my share screen? Because it's March. It's the final four. I sense good promos coming shortly. And so I want to make sure that you guys see the magic here. It is our new consultant option for March is the Glow For It, $20 Glow For It for March 1st through 31st. That's the cost of an e-start. And if you want to invest in that Pro Start, that beautiful starter kit, instead of $90, it's only $80 through the end of the month. And so now, just for this month, you're looking at both pieces, 100 plus tax and shipping. So it's a great thing. You know, is there really a big difference between 20 and 35? Not really. But for some people, they get excited over 20, you know, so that's kind of a cool thing to share with them. So that is worth the cost of admission right there. Aren't you excited?
Yes.
I hope so. I also want to make sure we show you what's coming up here on Saturday. But first, I need the right slide to correctly show off what we're doing. Aren't you so happy that I'm here today? And then we're going to get into some meat and potatoes. Okay, back to sharing of the screen. And the window. And we're here. Okay, so on Saturday, March 8th, we've got sessions here at 10, 12, and 2, where we've got stations of beauty bar fun. So like there'll be a skincare station, there'll be a glamour station where we've got two different kind of St. Patrick's Day inspired looks that are going to be available. There's going to be a foundation station and more. Free gift just for coming. The way that they can RSVP is right there on that QR code. They can fill it in because it determines, you know, what's their favorite color? What do they want in their swag bag? Do they want body care or do they want some glamour or, you know, that type of thing in their little swag bag? And basically we will close down the RSVPs on Friday night because I do need to figure out how to configure the little stations throughout my house, but it's going to be easy because we can spread out throughout the whole downstairs here. And you can tell them it won't be more than an hour to maybe 90 minutes at the most, because it's basically they get to kind of just graze themselves on through. It's not necessarily going to be anything that they're, you know, beholden to hang tight and you're stuck in this spot. I mean, they can check out products on the back of their hand if they want. They can sit down and put products on. And Trish and Diane will be here with me, as well as anybody else who comes with people. I know that Phyllis has got some guests locked in, which is great. I'm locking in some guests as well. And, you know, it's just as simple as, hey, what do you have going on Saturday? Hey, I've got this event to celebrate women. There's 3 different time slots. You get a present for coming. You know, do you want to swing by? And that's as simple as an ask as it could be. And so we're really going to, you know, hopefully have lots and lots of people, which will be really great. So that is what's happening. Aren't you excited? On Saturday. So now let's talk about the benefits of directorship, because this is one of the pieces that Diana Sumter has this beautiful sheet that's been revised. I'd gotten it revised a couple of times, and of course, each time it gets revised, it gets smudgier, as you're trying to fix something. And so we're going to talk about just like the paycheck calculator, first of all, kind of comparing and contrasting. So what I want you to do is kind of, if you've got notes, I want you to kind of take either a little blurb up top to talk about consultant pay. And we're going to talk about it based on, everything's going to be based on round numbers that are easily divisible. Okay. And you can kind of adjust it as we go. So if we're talking about a consultant, first of all, we know that they're going to make 50% on what they sell. Okay. The other pieces is all the team building bonuses that are being given to them from the company, straight from the company. So if I'm a senior consultant, my commission is 4% on anything that my 1 or 2 team members order. Okay. When they're brand new in their Great Start time period, when they become Great Start qualified, then as a consultant, we get a $50 bonus. And those are like immediate. And they are put on, I think you get like a Mary Kay debit card, I think is how they put it on there now. They used to do direct deposit. I've still got direct deposit because I've been here a long time. But one of my other director friends says that she's got a debit card. They just put it in. And that's how she gets her paid commissions and all that good stuff. And so if we're doing some broad math, if I have one new team member and she places a $1,000 order, then I'm getting $40 as a senior consultant, 4%, right? And I'm getting a $50 bonus. So that means $90 on her $1,000 order. If I have 2 of them do it, then it's $180 with $2,000. Okay. Everybody with me so far? Okay. If I move into my red jacket, so I'm a star team builder, my commission amount changes or can change to 4, 6, and 8%. Now, that's based on your team's production. So you and your 3 or 4 people determine that amount. So basically, I think of it as, let's say your team does 2,000. Okay. So you're going to get 8% on that 2,000. So what is that, 160? Let's do quick math because I've got a calculator in front of me now. 2,000 times 8%. Yes, 160. Okay, so 160. Now let's say I've recruited another Great Start qualified, right? And they placed a $1,000 order. So that's another 90 because they're Great Start qualified. It's there. So we're going to put another 90 in there. So now all of a sudden, we're looking at 250, right? Not counting my sales. Cool. What happens when we become a team leader is, and I'll make the caveat of this. When you're getting your maximum commission, it's because you're doing at least a 600 every month, because that's star consultant level activity. So when you're doing at least 600 yourself, that's when the maximum number comes into play. So when we say 4, 6, or 8, it's that 8% is because your team's done 2,000 in wholesale, including yours, and you are 600 of that. Okay. Now, if I'm a team leader, then that turns into 9 or 13%, and that means I've got 5, 6, or 7 team members. So let's pretend, keeping in mind 13% is a great number. If I have a new team member that comes in, let's say she's my 5th team member, or say 6th, make her my 6th team member, and she places a $1,000 order, then I'm getting 130 on that order from the company, and I'm getting another $50 bonus, so that's 180. And then if I've got, let's say I've got $5,000 in team production in amongst all of that good stuff, in addition to that new agreement. Why does my head not want to work right now? It's because I can't see. I'm just kidding. 5,000 times 13. Okay, so that's 650. 650 is off of your 5,000. Then you're getting another 130 off of $1,000 order from a consultant, plus that $50 bonus. So that's $830, not counting your sales that you're getting. Okay. And this is still very much working it as a part-time business. You're not doing anything full-time. Okay. Now, when we talk about moving into that elite team leader position, the only thing that's different is the number of team members you have. It's 8 or more. If at that point you want to talk about moving into DIQ, then at that point you need to have 8 active team members and you have to be active yourself. And then you take that team of 8 and grow it to a team of 24 in 3 or 4 months or less. And there's the production amount that goes with it, but it kind of just organically happens when you're adding the people and they're having their initial first order. They have some parties. They're getting their feet wet, right? So I can give you a total amount to make your brain kind of go, what? When I was working the year I earned my first car in Mary Kay, I was working 60 to 80 hours a week. And I was working my business very, very purposefully. It was, there was usually a Saturday portion of time that I had if it was not the fall. So at that time, it was not the fall. And I had Thursday nights. Those were my 2 times that were etched in stone and non-negotiable that I made sure I had guests. And in that time frame, my highest commission check as a consultant was over $900. I think it was $968 or something like that. $26.68. I don't know. It's 900 something. I remember that. And I remember Rebecca Evans saying to me, if you were a director, it would be triple that. And I said, you shut up. And she goes, I will not shut up. And so what I'm going to show you now, it's kind of the loaves and the fishes, because it's like when you think about it, when you're a senior consultant, you have your sales and you have a 4% commissions available to you. The end. That's it. So what happens when you become a director, you have a lot more things available to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to base everything off of a $10,000 wholesale month, because it makes a lot of sense as far as just what it is that we're looking at. I need you guys to tell me if things don't show up here on the screen. But this is our director paycheck calculator that was revised back in September. So here's how it works. When a unit does over 5,500 in production, then the unit's commission, the director's commission, is 23% of that amount. If the unit does 4,500 to almost 5,500, then it's 13%. That's making production. As far as the company is concerned, if you're doing 4,500 or more, that's a sustainable unit that's continuing on and reaching goals and all that good stuff. If you miss production, you get 9%. Okay. So what I'm going to have you guys do, if you've got notes there to take, if I've got a $10,000 month, and so that means my production there is 23%. So how much, oh wise ones, is 23% off of $10,000? I can't see you guys because I'm looking at the screen. Let me go back over here and see if I can see your little faces. So $10,000 times 23% is $2,300. Okay. Okay. So now back over to the fun screen, and you guys can still see that okay? We've got to the left, we've got personal team commission. Your goal is always to have 5 personal team members order because that's your biggest paycheck. So this part is still very much consultant based, okay? 5 people placing a 225 wholesale and you doing a 600, you get 13% on your team. If it's just 5 active, it's 9%. If it's 1 to 4 active, it's 4%. So let's say of that 10,000, let's just say half of that is my personal team. And so that's going to be 13%. And that's going to give me $650. Okay. Now I'm going to scroll down a little bit because there's more on that column. The star consultant bonus happens quarterly. So if I have 5 or more stars, I get 300. I get 300 for 5 stars and 50 for each additional star. Okay, no cap. And that would show up in my March numbers. Okay, so let's just say for fun that we just have 5 stars. Okay. And so this would be, just quarterly. It doesn't happen every single month, but we're going to put it in there for this month. So we would have another $300 for that. The wellness bonus is tabulated annually. And so when you're wholesale in the calendar year, so from January through December, when you're 60,000 to 124.9 in wholesale production, that's going to get you $800. If you are 125,000 to 187,000, it's going to be 1,300 in commission, extra bonus. And if you're over 187,000 or above, it's an extra $2,000 bonus. So let's just say, for argument's sake, we're going to be at let's say 1,300, because if you're doing 10,000 a month, it's right about on par for that. Okay. So we'll put that in there. Now we're going to go ahead and go up to the top middle, personal team building. So let's pretend that Danny adds 5 new personal team members this month. Okay. And they all came in qualified. That's going to give me an extra $500. Okay. If right now we are in a Chevy Trax, so that's going to be $425 for the car. And then over on the right here, it says unit development bonus. And this is $100 for each team member. Doesn't have to be your personal, but you've got to hit 4 first. So if we hit 4 new consultants to the unit, it's $400 bonus once you have 4 qualified, and then 100 each up to 10. So there is a limit on that one. So if I added 5, and let's say that Terry added 3, so that's 8. Okay. So we had 8 new Great Start qualifieds. That's another $800. And yes, my personals count towards the unit. Okay. Now that's just the base. That's not talking about additional bonuses like first line offspring director bonuses. When you become a senior director, you get $1,000 bonus. When you are a new sales director, you have all of these bonuses, over $6,000 in new director bonuses available to you in that first year. And then when you're a senior director or above, future executive means you've got 3 offspring. Executive means you've got 5 first line offspring. And elite executive means you've got 8 offspring. Then you got extra commissions in there based on your offspring's production. Okay. And those are extra bonuses there. But we're just assuming that we're just Joe average normal director. Okay. So let's just kind of look at that number for a second, because I think it's important to show that off. what happened to my screen? Everybody went away. Okay. So now we're going to take 2,300 and we're going to add it to 650. Then we're going to add 300 for the star, 1,300 for wellness, 500 for 5 qualified, 425 for the tracks, and 800 for unit agreements, unit people. That's a $6,275 paycheck for the month. Now, I'm going to just make it more logical. And I'm taking out the wellness bonus and I'm taking out the star numbers because that's not every month. Okay. So I'll subtract 1,300 and I'll subtract 300. 4,675. Not counting your sales. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you, and I want to see if I can find it, is just the level of activity that, there it is. I got to find it. It's a really great picture that crazy Diana Sumter, who I love so much, talks about what it is to be at these different levels. Like, what are the hours that it looks like? So you could see that you could be in a Chevy Trax and have a full-time job somewhere else. So now I'm just trying to find the right spot here. I think it's in tracking. We're going to double check before I share. Let me double check here. Okay. The car numbers. Okay, that's not what I want. Well, before I go into that other stuff, tell me what did you get out of what I said so far, other than your brain might have exploded? Unmute.
Dang.
Yes.
What's that?
Tell me.
Is that
what just made people's brains blow up? Go ahead.
Is that every month?
Yes. As far as what the bonuses are,
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing the activity, yes. So let's break that down. If I'm wanting to bring in 5 new team members, then that means I need to be bringing in about 25 shares. Okay. Which would break down to, if I'm inviting, I'll be really honest. When I was in DIQ, I did dream session shares with everybody. I was not picky. We teach you, when you're kind of just learning, pick 2 people per party. And that kind of gets the ball rolling. So let's just say we're asking for 3 people per party, let's say. Then if you're really kind of concentrating on I'm going to hold 10 parties, which is not an amazingly high number when you think about it. Mary Kay, when she first started the business, expected 5 parties a week from her people. And the fact that is we can do it with less now because we can put more people in a room, and there's all different kinds of ways to do it. So if I've got, let's say, 2 parties a week, let's just do that. 2 parties a week, and I'm doing new math, 2 parties a week. So that's 8 in a month. And if I'm sharing, and out of the parties, let's say we want to share with three from each party. And you can kind of pick and choose who that's going to be, or it could be everybody. But you've got 3 times the 8 parties. That's 24 shares you're doing. That's going to roughly give you 5 new, not to mention what you're selling from the parties.
Right.
Okay. And then if you've got other team members and they're ordering because they're working, because that's the whole key, is as soon as like the wheels stop, then so does the money. So you have to make sure that things are continually moving. So even when I don't worry when it's just a face, like one face, because that one face is going to be a future face or a future hostess or a future team member. It's not somebody that says, don't ever reach out to me again. Okay. But we like to be efficient in having the parties. So that's why power days are really powerful. When I was able to do three appointments in one day, which is why this Saturday we've got 3 time slots set up, is because if you can get people in each time slot, then that's 3 parties that you just did in one day. There's ways we can do virtual appointments where you can do 3 parties in a half an hour. It's just being able to sit there and be meticulous about where you're putting your posts and things like that. But when you're doing that kind of activity consistently every month, then what happens is it grows. And so you're no longer doing just a $10,000 a month. You're doing, $17,000 and $18,000 and $25,000 months as it grows. But the first thing to do is to be like super, super committed to, I'm going to get these bookings, by golly, because it all comes back from that. I remember Rebecca saying to me when I was still a consultant, she told me, Danny, everything you need to know to become a sales director is found in a skincare class. And I was like, okay. And she explained, it's the whole, you got to learn how to pivot. You've got to learn how to read people's facial expressions and their body language and hear what they're saying to you and all of this cool stuff. And be able to react and answer questions and, just all of the things. And then when I became a director, she said, everything you need to know to become a national sales director is found in a skincare class. And I was like, oh. Because sometimes people become sales directors and they think they don't have to do anything anymore. They just have to direct. And it's like, no, because we still have to work. And what I was taught was when you're a director and you have 0 offspring, then you're a director 5 days a week. That's not true. Flip it. You're a consultant 5 days a week and a director 1 day a week. If you have offspring, well, then the number of days you're a consultant probably goes down a little bit because you're busy coaching your directors. Because our job as a director is to build directors. But what I loved seeing from Diana, and I really need to find this handout from her, that was talking about you could work your business 20 hours a week and be a car driving director, making solid money in both categories of sales and in team building and still have a life. In addition to whatever else you're doing. And I think for a lot of people, and I know I talked about this with her on the same Zoom, she brought it up. I said, there's a lot of people, especially in any kind of federal job or teaching position, where they're terrified of not having that job because of the insurance that's available to them. They don't want to lose their insurance. So it's like, okay, so how can we work smart and not hard? How can we create this avenue of income over here to where we can either afford our own insurance or be able to have the 2 lanes going together and not making ourselves crazy? Because you probably can't do 2 full-time jobs if you want to be a pink Cadillac director, because that's probably a size of the unit is much bigger than a Trax level unit. and the wholesale production's bigger, and everything's just bigger, that you need for that. So it is every month. The long answer to your question is the idea is that if you're doing it every month, yes. Phyllis, thoughts? And or further questions? While she's working to unmute.
Okay, I was hitting
there
the wrong
she is.
button.
Okay, go ahead.
I was hitting the wrong button. I go, wow, no, it's the other one. All this is doable, just like you said. It's just a matter of, seeing the faces.
And being willing to be told no.
And I have been told no. So it's
me
just
too.
gotta move on.
I was
it's
putting out
that's why I'm trying to get a lot of people there on Saturday, because it's going to be fun. And I even told a couple people, bring a friend.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bring a friend. It's going to be fun. Oh, and I have one guest coming Saturday. She's interested in signing up. So she's going to have some questions for you. And not to brag, but tonight I just got a new customer in Steubenville, Ohio.
Shut up.
Nice.
That's so great.
Because I'm on LinkedIn and I've been posting stuff up there, Mary Kay stuff, just stuff up there.
Good for you.
Then I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days ago, I go in and check, and this lady on one of my posts put, "Hi, I need some Mary Kay." I went, okay. So I messaged her,
oh, that's so great.
I messaged her. We went back and forth. And tonight I just talked to her on the phone. Really sweet lady. Time-wise repair and a satin handset.
Nice.
Your star is going to be done, girl.
That's what I'm shooting for. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, it pays. Because I post a lot on LinkedIn, like Mary Kay stuff and, fun stuff and positive stuff or whatever. And I was like, okay, this was worth it.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. Gosh, this lighting is really not good on me today, you guys. Next week, it'll be a little lighter out because daylight savings time kicks in.
Yes, I know.
We'll all be grumpy because it's, we're sleepy at that point. But that's okay.
Just drink more coffee. That's all.
We'll be all right. So basically, the challenge that we've got because now is the 5th. We've got 10 days left in our star quarter.
Yes.
So, 10 days to hit some goals there. And, Saturday can be a really big opportunity for that. And so I know it sounds crazy to, come up with all these other ideas that people float and think of. And, if you've got people that are very much not ones to want to go out, but they're willing to stay in to do stuff, the Facebook Messenger parties are something that we could try.
Okay.
And if they're willing to try it, then we can create, there's all kinds of stuff. There's a board. Do you guys have boards? It's an app. It's not free. So what I'm going to do is
I think I have it.
It used to be free and I was so happy. And then they started charging and I was like, what? So I basically, there's one board at a time that I can have be free. So I deactivated all the boards except for the one I wanted, which was this one. And so I'm able to pull all the stuff off. So it's like, this is the script you send to people on, through Messenger or however you want to do it. But if they're not on Facebook, it's a little trickier. But the idea is they create a group in the messenger. Okay.
Right.
But you've got to have 3 people in it to do it. So like if you were to get them to say yes, you could put me in it long enough to get them to add people to it and then kick me out. Okay. And basically it's a really quick turnaround. It's like the day before if you asked her tonight, let's say, and you say, okay, let's do it Saturday, then, your posts go in, it's really easy, simple posts, simple pictures. There's no videos, nothing crazy.
Right.
And it takes about 15 minutes and you get sales. So example, 2 directors that I heard from on Monday, they did it and they got with their people, it was over $2,000 in the span of, I mean, it was like 7 parties. So, I mean, they're not necessarily high volume parties, but if it's only taking you 15 minutes to do it,
right?
And over the 7, so let's just do that math really quick because I like making myself feel like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? But if it's 15 minutes and I've got 7 of those, that's basically a little over an hour and a half, under 2 hours,
right?
To sell $2,000.
Oh, shoot.
And you could have them all going at the same time. You just got to make sure you're in the right groups when you're posting.
Right.
Okay. I mean, it's like stupid simple. And part of it is getting them to buy into the fact that they don't need to buy anything. And it's really just showing off. I wonder if I can pull it up on my thing without it kicking me out. I'm going to try because I've got, boards are on my phone and you can get to it on the laptop, but I don't know if it's going to let me do it or not. It might go, you can buy for $100 a year. And I say,
No thanks.
Because when they started charging like $7 a month, I was like, what? And then I just pretended I didn't. Yeah.
See it.
I was like, I'm going to pretend I don't know you people. Then it got more expensive. Oh, you guys, it's here. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. And then we're going to do lots of sharing. And then you're going to tell me what you have seen or whatever. I wonder what happens if I try to share it with you guys. Link copy to clipboard. All right. I'm going to stick it in the chat, girls. I don't know if it'll do it, but we're going to try. Paste.
It's raining outside.
Oh, I thought it might start because my golly.
Yeah, they said it was going to start raining tonight.
Well, it is. I was like, what am I hearing?
Excellent. Okay, so here, this is a Facebook Messenger party. And all I'm doing here, I just opened this up. I'm looking to see what you guys see. Yes, it shows up. Okay, good. It says, I just learned about a fast, like 15 minutes fast, fun virtual party style. Would you want to try it out? In exchange for your help, you could earn a 50% off shopping spree and lots of free product too. What do you say? That's booking text number 1. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then hold on, we don't want that. Then the next thing is the pre-party hostess coaching, which is talking about how the Facebook Messenger party works. You set the date and time, and this is where you send it to them. Basically, it's copy and paste. Okay. And then you create the group. Then you make the morning post, and then a bit before the party, then, party time, there'll be 15 pics or so, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And that's ready to go. Then it talks about how to create the Facebook Messenger group. So if somebody doesn't know how to do it, it's right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then the day of the party. That's for you to send. Don't forget to have 15 join the Messenger group and you'll unlock your half price item. Or your half price shopping spree. Sorry, not just the item. So that's the pre-party hostess coaching. Then here's all the stuff you need the day before the party. Just some Messenger stuff. Can you guys kind of see how easy this is? Mm-hmm. Okay. It's copy paste. And this is her script to send out. And then just tell them what to do. And that's telling them how to add the people. Right? Then you've got all these different parties, the morning of the party, post during the day, post 30 minutes before, post 5 minutes before. Here's a post. Then a little bit about you. This is Jennifer. And whatever, whatever floats your boat there, put that in there. And then you've got it going here. And you've got your party posts for spring if you're doing a hydration party, all this kind of stuff. And then what they have, this is the hostess credit bargain. And I got to look to see because I think somebody found a typo. Oh, they fixed it. Somebody spelled analysis wrong.
Oh.
But I think it's fixed now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what your hostess gets. If they have 15 guests, 50% off anything. Shopping spree. Okay. And then now all of a sudden you've got those 15 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy, right? And then she gets another 25 free for every 5 orders placed. Another 25 free for each friend that books their own messenger party.
Wow.
They get that after the appointment's been held. And then 25 off for every 5 that join the coupon club. And let me show you the coupon club because that's super cute. They get a year of savings. Each month there's a special. And they can do it or not do it. Pretty cool, eh?
Mm.
Now, what I wondered is I sent you guys that link in the chat there. Can you guys click on that for me to see if that worked?
Oh.
Okay.
Or copy it and paste it into a different tab.
No, it works.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. All right. So that's you guys. You guys get to run with that. And then if anybody's watching this on the replay and you need it, I'll send it to you. Because I want to make sure you guys have access to it. And, the best way you can say is I'm learning how to do it. And this, seriously, you guys, think of how easy this can be. And who you could ask and who could help you out. And I really think it could be super, super awesome. That's just me, though.
Yeah, it can be easy. Yeah. I don't have anywhere to paste it right now because I'm on my phone. So
that's okay. I'll text it to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'll text it. No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, my friends. What questions can I answer for you in our last little bit of time we have together?
Do I need to bring anything Saturday?
Maybe just bring some. I think we should be okay on mirrors. I know
I can bring some trays if you want. I got a lot of trays.
Okay, bring some trays. I've got lots of wands. Because Trish is going to have the new mascara. And I've got the demo wands. I bought those because
I can bring some trays.
They're cute.
Okay.
And I know we'll be using the full size and some samples of the colors we're using. And those are really pretty. And then we'll do we got all the skincare. I'm going to be talking a lot about deep wrinkle filler. I'm thinking about the ones that, it's like we want them on a skincare set and maybe like an add-on.
Yes.
If they're going to come over and visit skincare, it's like,
right.
Okay, great, miracle set and deep wrinkle limiter or eye patches or charcoal or, just something that they can kind of, take it up a notch to their stuff. But we're going to have the closing sheets that we had from Diana's that we showed before. So it's the specials where if they buy a lot of things, they get roll-ups for free and half price and things. So
right. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. And are we dressing casual or?
I am a fan of beauty coats if you've got them, or if you don't.
I got my beauty coat. Yeah.
Yeah. Beauty coat would be good. If you don't have a beauty coat, then MK cute.
Okay. Yeah. I got my beauty coat.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yeah. It'll work.
I'm still working on more guests. So.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be great. And then And then on the 28th and 29th, don't forget, we'll have start times and stuff. Trish is working on the invitation for you all, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna be wearing pink.
Nice.
So we can be comfy is what I'm getting at. Cause I was
Yeah.
like, can we be comfy for this?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
it'll be fun. It'll be up at Donna's house, and her house is lovely. And it'll probably be potluck-ish.
Okay.
And that kind of thing. So, and if anybody's on any special kind of diet, let us know. But I know that my friend Christine is very much on a very rigid, regimented diet. So she just brings food for herself. She's like, I've got what I need.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I was
I'm
like,
good.
perfect. So yeah, that works out great too. So
Yeah.
anyway, there you have it. All right, friends. Well, here's what I know is that we can do anything we set our minds to do because we are women.
Yes.
And we can take on all kinds of extra challenges and sometimes feels like burdens and plot twists and all those things. And we are the figure outers.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the fixers.
Yep.
And I know for sure that we can do absolutely anything that we set our minds to do.
Right.
And if you've got some goals and you've got some dreams that you need to put into reality, this is the best way I can think of to help you make that happen. So use me and abuse me, my friends. I'm here for you. Okay.
I can do that.
All right. All right, my girls, go ahead and have a wonderful week.
Thanks, Danny.
You too.
See you Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.